With our video lectures. This is the next topic, that is vision of the Peninsular Plateau in India. In the last topic we have discussed how what are peninsular plateaus or how they were formed. Now today we are going to discuss about the basic division of the Peninsular Plateau of India. The first and foremost division of the Peninsular Plateau is the Deccan Plateau. It is a triangular landmass which is lying to the south of the Narmada River. It is approximately covering an area of 2 lakh square kilometers. The Satpura and the Vindhyachal ranges are flanking the northern broad base of the plateau, while the Mahadev, Timor Hills and the Mahikal range are the eastern extension of the Deccan Plateau. The formation. The Deccan Plateau basically is a basaltic trough. Basaltic trough means it is a solidified form of the molten magma, which during the continental drift theory, due to volcanism, there was lots of eruptions in this area, has modified, and after cooling it became the Deccan Plateau, and due to this reason it is also one of the oldest landmass of the country. The another striking feature which I have told you earlier, that it is a Deccan trap or the basaltic trap, and the reason Deccan trap or the basaltic trap, and you will find one of the most fertile soil of the region here, that is a black soil, and the soil is black because of the high erosional activities of the igneous rocks, which are actually formed due to the solidification of the molten magma. And the soil is also quite rich in minerals, and it is very good for the cultivation of the crop that is the commercial crop, that is the cotton. The slopes on the river, the general slope of the plateau is westward, which is evident from the fact that the rivers which are flowing in the areas, they have the eastern flow, because the Deccan Plateau is higher from the western side, and they slowly gentle the slope goes down in the eastern side. So all the rivers which actually originate in the hills of here basically slope towards the eastern side, leaving apart two rivers only, that is the Narmada and the Tapti river. That is because of the Rift Valley, which has been formed due to the rising of the Himalayas, and unparalleled, we can say, unparalleled tensional forces acting upon the landmass. The Deccan Plateau, as I told you earlier, is higher from the western side, and the slope gently goes down in the eastern side. Meghalaya, Karbi and along in the northeast of the plateau is basically the eastern extension of the Deccan Plateaus, and they form the starting boundaries of the northeastern plateau regions of the country. The Ghats, one of the striking features of the Deccan Plateau is the Ghats. Now, the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats are the western and the eastern margins of the Deccan Plateau respectively. The Western Ghats are continuous chain of hills which are parallel to the western coastal plains, and they can be only navigated through the passes like the Pal Ghat and Bal Ghat, etc. The Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats, with an average elevation of 900 to 600 meters. On the other hand, the Eastern Ghats stretch from the Mahanadi Valley to the Nilgiris in the south. They are discontinuous range of small hills which have been dissected by the rivers which are draining into the Bay of Bengal, and they are irregular in shape. Whereas the Western Ghats, they are almost parallel chain, the straight chain of low hills which are parallel to the western coastal plains. Next in the line is the Central Highlands. The part of the Peninsular Plateau lying to the north of the Narmada River is known as the Central Highlands. They cover the major part of the Malwa Plateau region. The Vindhyachal ranges bound them on the south, and the Aravallis are the northwest extension of the plateau. The westernmost extension of the plateau merges with the Great Indian Desert. The general slope of the highlands is from southwest to northeast, which is indicated by the flow of the rivers. The major rivers of the areas are the Chambal, and the Son, the Betwa and the Ken. The Central Highlands are wider in the west and narrower in the east. The eastward extension of the Central Highlands are divided into two parts, that is the Bundelkhand and the Bhagalkhand Plateau region. The Chota Nagpur Plateau is the most northeastern extension of the highland, which is drained by the Damodar River valley. So with this, the topic is over. Thank you and have a nice